So I've got over here 2 piping bags with buttercream already in them. Another small disposable bag with a smaller tip in for doing some leaf work later. And for now, we're just going to use these 2 to show you some really simple ways that you can decorate a cupcake. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the 1M tip. It's a larger tip, as you can see, compared to this more normal size one. And so it takes a larger coupler. The coupler is the 2-piece plastic part that holds your tip inside the bag. And what that allows you to do is you can change the tip easily on the same color without having to go start a new bag. So it's very handy when you've got multiple colors, multiple things that you're doing, and you're going to reuse the color from more than one, just one tip. But for now, we're going to use the 1M just to show you a couple things. So this is a really basic way to cover a cupcake with your buttercream, your frosting, whatever it is that you use. But I'm going to show you how you can make it look like a hydrangea. So if we take this tip like this, and we're just going to hold it straight up and down. Everything about piping is about the pressure that you put and the angle that you hold your icing bag on. That's what makes a difference as to what you get as your look. So if we just squeeze that down, hold and release, you can see we get this really nice kind of rosette. But if we just do that all the way around the cupcake like this, you can see that it ends up looking like a hydrangea. Very easy, very simple. With the same tip, you can create an edge along, well, you could do it on a cupcake too, but you could get a nice edge along a border of a square cake or a round cake. You just squeeze again, but this time you're not twisting or anything, you're just releasing like that. And when you overlap it like this, you get a nice kind of a shell border that you can do all along the edge of your cake, or in this case, of a cupcake like this. And then you can fill the middle in like the hydrangea here, or you can put a spot of ganache and some sprinkles. That's just an edging that you can get, that you can use. So it's kind of similar thing there. You got hydrangea in the middle of both, and then this one just has an edging along the outside. That is the same tip. Now I'm going to change this for this darker pink and show you how you can do a swirl on top of the cupcake. As soon as I've undone this. There we go. Depending on whether you go outside to inside or inside to outside, you get a completely different cupcake. So that did not catch, I can tell. Make sure your coupler has caught the thread of the base underneath, or you might have a bit of a mess later. Okay, so first I'm going to show you an easy swirl. You can do this on minis, you can do it on top of a cake, you can do it on a big cupcake. I'm going to get the air out there so we don't get that, sound. So I'm going to spin this around here. So on the chocolate here, we're going to start on the outside and just swirl it in. So basically what we did with this edge here, that edge there, that's what we're doing, turning the cupcake as we go. I'm gonna hold it here, so it's again a 90-degree angle, but I'm gonna tilt it to show you. So you start here and you go all the way around the outside. This is really pretty strong pressure here, and we overlap each layer, and we get to the top, we kind of push and release like we did on the hydrangea, and then you get a nice swirl on top of that cupcake. So this is all done with the same tip, the 1M. Wilton is that brand. Now, if we do the reverse of that and start on the middle, then we're going to get a rose, in theory. Here we go. Starting at the middle, so pressure, pressure, and we're just going around. Now, it's a bit of a tilt on this one. It's a bit more of a 45-degree angle as we're going. I suppose I probably did that on the swirl too. And then you just trail off, and there's your rose. So as you can see, all 4 of those were done with the same tip. You've got the swirl from the outside in, you've got the edging, and then whatever you want in the middle. You've got just the straight up and down release to get the hydrangea, and then you've got from the inside working out to get your rose. All done with the 1M. We are gonna put this aside, and then the next thing I'm gonna show you is how we're going to add to these cupcakes. And we're gonna do it on the hydrangea one, which I don't know if hydrangeas have these. Doesn't really matter. We're not going for perfection, we're going for cute. So we're gonna take this little bag here, which I've cut here so that the coupler can fit. And we're going to put in some green. So this was done with, this was, what color was this? This was the Wilton, I can't remember. Moss green, that's the color. Nothing else added, just a moss. This is a leaf tip. This one is a number 67, I think. 67? 67, Wilton 67. So we are just going to add a little, we'll do this one. We're just gonna pop this in there, squeeze and release. And this is gonna give us little green leaves. And these, again, are not perfect. If you look, nothing is the same. They all look different. But the great thing about nature is it does all look different. So you can get a really cute look here. Now you can squeeze and wiggle, get like kind of a curly edge on your leaf like that. Or you just squeeze and pull up and you get a more pointy edge like that. So again, let's do it on the hydrangea, shall we? Do hydrangeas have leaves like this? I don't even know. Again, my flowers are not perfect. They're pretty, but they're not necessarily botanically correct, shall we say? So we're just gonna put in some little edges on the outside here. And when I'm piping flowers on the cake, these show up along the edges and stems of all sorts of flowers. That's enough, because as I say, I don't even know if they have those. Anyways, you can see, very cute and springy, right? So even if your hydrangea leaves were not even perfect, or your rose was not even perfect, you can kind of just go in wherever you want, add them wherever you want, just add a, actually I wouldn't do that on that one. I like that one as it is. We'll leave that as is. But you can see, just a little touch, and it makes them look very cute and springy. One tip you may all know, if you've been piping for a long time, you probably all do this. When you have multiple bags particularly, store them like this in a glass, because when the time comes that you need to re-add your frosting, you just fold it over the top of the glass like this, and it means that you can, show it up here, fold it over like that, and it means that you can just spoon in your extra frosting like that without getting the mess on the outside of the bag. Tip of the day. Okay, so that's just something really simple that you could all do at home. You only need, like I say, the 1M to do everything we did there except for these little leaves. And with the 1M, you can just practice getting a whole bunch of looks together, and you could actually cover an entire cake with a 1M. I've definitely done that before. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.